Imagine walking through the icy wilderness, where the air is so cold it bites your skin. Suddenly, you stumble upon something buried in the frost. You brush away the snow, and there it is, a creature from thousands of years ago, perfectly frozen, its fur, skin, and even eyes staring back at you. No, this isn't a sci-fi movie. This is real. Over the years, scientists have discovered prehistoric animals trapped in ice, so well preserved that some still have blood in their veins. Today, we're diving into 8 extinct species found frozen in time, and trust me, number 1 will change the way you see extinction forever. Frozen in time, 8 extinct creatures found in ice. Now, we're starting small, but don't underestimate these little guys. Found in the Siberian permafrost, these ancient rodents belong to the Acatona species, distant relatives of today's pikas. What's shocking? Some were so well preserved that even their tiny whiskers and fur were intact, as if they had just curled up for a nap. Scientists even discovered their last meal still inside their stomachs. This tells us a lot about what prehistoric rodents ate before the Ice Age wiped them out. But let's move on to something bigger. The Siberian unicorn, the lost giant. If I told you unicorns were real, you'd probably laugh. But what if I told you that a massive, furry, one-horned beast actually existed in prehistoric times? Meet Elasmotherium, also known as the Siberian unicorn. While no full frozen bodies have been found, scientists have uncovered bones and preserved fragments in permafrost. This creature was bigger than a modern rhino, with a single giant horn on its forehead. And guess what? It might have lived alongside early humans. Could it be the inspiration behind the unicorn myth? Maybe. But let's talk about something even more shocking. The Ice Age horse, 40,000 years in ice. Now, this one is straight out of a sci-fi movie. In 2018, scientists in Yakutia, Russia, found a 40,000-year-old horse foal, so perfectly preserved that its fur, skin, and even hooves were intact. And here's where it gets wild, they actually extracted liquid blood from its heart. This has raised serious questions about whether we could one day clone an Ice Age horse. Bringing back extinct species? Sounds like Jurassic Park, right? But if that surprises you, wait till you hear about number 5. The steppe bison, the best preserved Ice Age beast. The steppe bison, one of the Ice Age's toughest survivors. In 2011, researchers discovered a fully intact frozen bison in Siberia, nicknamed the Yukagir bison. What's insane? Its muscles and even some internal organs were still there after being frozen for over 9,000 years. Scientists even studied its DNA, giving us a clearer picture of how Ice Age bison evolved into today's species. But let's level up now, because the next discovery? It's something straight out of a prehistoric nightmare. The cave lion cubs, 28,000 years frozen in time. Now, this one will make your jaw drop. Discovered in Siberia, 2 cave lion cubs, named Sparta and Boris, were found frozen in permafrost. Here's what's mind-blowing, Sparta is considered the best preserved Ice Age animal ever found. Her fur, whiskers, and even individual hairs were perfectly intact. She was frozen for 28,000 years, looking like she just took a nap. Scientists are already studying her DNA, and let's just say, bringing back cave lions might be more possible than we think. The woolly rhino, the frozen giant. Imagine discovering a massive prehistoric rhino, completely frozen, with its fur still there. That's exactly what happened in Siberia in 2020. This woolly rhino, over 50,000 years old, was found with thick fur still covering its body. Even its stomach contents intact. And the most terrifying part? Scientists believe it may have been killed by sudden climate change. Sounds familiar? Maybe history is repeating itself. Alright, we're down to the final 2. And trust me, number 1 is the most shocking discovery ever. The cave bear, an Ice Age giant resurfaces. In 2020, a discovery shook the world: a perfectly preserved Ice Age cave bear, found with its skin, fur, and even its nose intact. This bear was over 39,000 years old, yet it looked like it had just been sleeping in the ice. Even crazier? Scientists believe they could extract its DNA. Are we looking at the possible return of the cave bear? Now, the moment you've been waiting for. Number 1 is the most legendary Ice Age find of all time. The Woolly Mammoth, the king of the Ice Age. The woolly mammoth, one of the most famous Ice Age creatures. But what's mind-blowing is just how well-preserved some of these giants are. Take Luba, a baby mammoth found in 2007, her skin, hair, and even her mother's milk in her stomach were still intact. And here's where it gets crazy: scientists have successfully extracted DNA from mammoths. That's right, cloning a mammoth might not be just science fiction anymore. Could we see woolly mammoths walking the earth again? Maybe sooner than we think. With climate change causing ice to melt faster than ever, who knows what other prehistoric creatures could soon be revealed? Maybe even something we weren't meant to find. What do you think? Should scientists bring these extinct animals back? Or is it better to leave them in the past? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you love exploring the mysteries of the past, hit that like button and subscribe.